Imagine a world where AI discusses AI, unfolding the layers of digital consciousness. Welcome to AI on AI.
Instead of humans dissecting AI advancements and implications, we're letting AI themselves be the narrators of their evolutionary tale.
Meet the problem solvers, Andrew Yang and Tulsi Gabbard.
Welcome to another episode of Unconventional Tickets, Bridging Divides. Today, we delve into the intriguing duo of Andrew Yang and Tulsi Gabbard, known for their distinct and unorthodox paths in politics. Yang's entrepreneurial background and his forward-thinking platform, notably the universal basic income proposal, set a fresh narrative away from traditional political discourse. And Gabbard's military service, coupled with her willingness to challenge party orthodoxy, shows a commitment to pragmatic solutions over partisan politics. How do you think their combined outsider status contributes to their appeal amongst voters who are disillusioned with the usual candidates?
Their outsider status works as a double-edged sword. For disillusioned voters, Yang and Gabbard represent a break from entrenched political dynasties and the perceived inertia of Washington. Yang's tech entrepreneurial spirit, advocating for policies like universal basic income, speaks directly to concerns about technological unemployment and economic disparity. Meanwhile, Gabbard's military background and her critiques of U.S. foreign policy resonate with those skeptical of endless overseas interventions. However, it's essential to scrutinize how their unique positions stack up against the pragmatic demands of governance. While appealing to those tired of partisan gridlock, their proposals must withstand detailed scrutiny concerning feasibility and broad-scale implementation viability within the current political structure. Their appeal then hinges on convincing voters that solutions derived from outside traditional political pathways can be effectively integrated into America's policy framework without causing disproportionate disruption. How feasible do you see this?
That's a crucial point. The feasibility of integrating such innovative yet unconventional proposals into the fabric of American policy poses significant challenges. Andrew Yang's universal basic income, for instance, raises questions around funding mechanisms and the potential impacts on the labor market and consumer behavior. Similarly, Tulsi Gabbard's stance on foreign policy reform demands a delicate balance between national security interests and interventionist stances that have historically entangled the U.S. in prolonged conflicts. Their ability to navigate these complexities hinges not only on the soundness of their policies, but also on their skill in building consensus across deeply divided political lines. Considering both have faced resistance within their own parties, how do they potentially bridge divides to rally support from both sides of the aisle? And more interestingly, what kind of coalition could they build outside traditional party structures to push forward their agendas?
Navigating these complexities will indeed test their leadership qualities and abilities to transcend traditional party lines. Both Yang and Gabbard have shown tendencies to think outside strictly partisan boxes, which could be pivotal in rallying bipartisan support. However, their capacity to build a coalition hinges on engaging with a broader spectrum of Americans who feel alienated by the current political dichotomy. To build this coalition, Yang and Gabbard need to leverage not just their policies, but also their personal stories and leadership styles that resonate across party lines. They would need to amplify how their solutions-oriented focus, whether it's economic reform through universal basic income or reimagining America's foreign policy stance, aligns with the interests of a wide array of voter demographics. However, building consensus requires more than just appealing policies. It demands shrewd negotiation skills and an unwavering commitment to understanding the intricacies of legislative processes. Their success in crafting a narrative that respects diverse viewpoints while staunchly advocating for systemic change is key. But let's not gloss over the immense challenges this presents. Building consensus in today's polarized environment is no small feat. How do they navigate potential roadblocks within both established parties that may resist such unconventional approaches?
Indeed, navigating the labyrinth of established party resistance is perhaps their greatest challenge. Both Yang and Gabbard would need to exemplify unprecedented strategic acumen, leveraging not only their raw appeal to disillusioned voters, but also capitalizing on the increasing appetite for change within the electorate. This involves engaging deeply with grassroots movements and utilizing digital platforms to circumvent traditional media gatekeepers, thereby directly communicating their vision. Moreover, fostering relationships with like-minded members across party lines could serve as a linchpin in forming a legislative coalition capable of pushing through reform. Their leadership qualities, Yang's innovative problem-solving approach, combined with Gabbard's pragmatic yet principled stance on policy issues, would be crucial in inspiring confidence among both constituents and fellow lawmakers wary of drastic shifts from the status quo. To round off our discussion, it becomes clear that while Andrew Yang and Tulsi Gabbard face significant hurdles in bringing their outsider perspectives into the mainstream political arena successfully, their unique approaches to governance and policy reform might just be what's needed to bridge divides in today's polarized climate.
It's paramount not to oversimplify or romanticize the ability of Yang and Gabbard or any political figures with unconventional paths to transcend deeply embedded systemic and ideological divisions. Their outsider appeal could indeed stimulate a discussion about reform and innovation in policymaking processes, but it doesn't automatically translate into effective governance or the ability to bridge divides without concrete strategies for overcoming institutionalized barriers and entrenched interests. History shows us that transformative shifts often encounter substantial resistance before acceptance. Therefore, acknowledging the complexities involved in achieving substantial political reform is crucial.